when Nick got excited about this traverse, about this public transit self-powered loop, Nick, the diesel engine, doesn't get excited about anything. Whoa, okay, we have to do this thing. Nick really wants to do this thing.
The journey is as follows. Step 1, take the free shuttle from Boulder to Eldora. Step 2, ski 1 lift-served lap at Eldora. Step 3, ski from Eldora to Winter Park. Step 4, ski 1 lift-served lap at Winter Park. Step 5, ride the Winter Park Express train from Winter Park to Denver. Step 6, ride the bus from Union Station back to Boulder.
Great, we just kind of have to piece these different stages together. How hard can it be?
The day of the journey, we got up at like 6:30 or something like that.
Get breakfast in, get our gear packed up.
So we were hoping to catch the very first bus out of the Justice Center to get up to Eldora as early as possible.
We got to the parking lot, great, got our gear on, there was a bus there ready to roll. The bus was full.
I'll be another bus in about 10 minutes. 10 minutes? 10 minutes. Oh, no worries.
Okay, fine. Not that big of a deal.
We were immediately stressed for time and we hadn't even started our day.
We catch the next bus, they've got 90s jams on and we're kind of just like jamming. We're jamming, we're pumped that we're not driving. No one likes to drive up Boulder Canyon. We hit the Ned Res, we get eyes on Eldora with the Continental Divide behind it and we're like, oh yeah, pumped. We kind of get in line and it's like just past 8:30.
We're still more or less on track at that point. We get on the lift.
We take our first run down Eldora.
The first run down Eldora was honestly terrible.
I felt like I was double pole planting.
Basically the section from under the Indian Peaks lift to the Corona lift was just a wind tunnel.
So we roll into Corona. We have just accomplished step number 2, right? One run at Eldora during lift serve hours. So we slap on our skins, we put on our beacons. We are kind of curious about the terrain between us and Rollins Pass, as it was kind of new to both of us. We're on Wind Mountain, I believe. To our left, we've got the pipeline. To our right, we've got some of the Indian Peaks, and to our front and center, we've got the Continental Divide, our uphill destination. Yeah, we're gonna bomb on a tree line here and head up the divide.
Gwyn was kind of the last point before we reached the section out of tree line where you get onto the railroad. And that section was amazing. We were basically walking across snow and rock again, but it was super cool to follow the old train track. And then we got to walk across the giant old wooden trestles. And on the way out, we were on top of the mountain following this ancient railroad over the top of the pass. And on the way home, we would be traveling underneath the same mountains. So then we crested the Continental Divide and we were psyched.
We're good, we're hydrated, we're fueled.
Check it out! We're on the Continental Divide. It's all downhill or really flat.
And then we looked off in the distance and we could see Winter Park.
Our journey then from Rollins Pass to Winter Park was supposedly all downhill.
I was thinking we would get a couple laps.
I was hoping to ski Mary Jane.
We start skiing down and immediately it was like mildly flattish downhill.
And we're just shuffling along, and that shuffle turned into like hours and hours and hours of shuffling. Nick, my dear Nick, is very good at shuffling.
Her skis were definitely slower than mine.
Well, it's ridiculously flat. There's a ton of snowmobiles, and we got a ways to go.
So he kind of continued shuffling and was often shuffling in the distance at a very rapid shuffling pace.
I don't know that Kate could see me, but I watched her just come down this heinous hillside, and she just looked miserable. I pulled the old wait until the person's close enough and then take off before they can get there.
So annoying.
It's not the best tactic. Once again, could like see Winter Park and was like, all right, we got this, we're here. And then it again, like once again, flattened out into another flat snowmobile trail where we had to skate.
And we come out kind of behind this condo area. Some woman told us, you know, oh, you can catch the bus from the condo to the base of the lifts, yada, yada. We don't have time to catch a shuttle.
She screams, go, sprints across 4 lanes of traffic in her ski boots. And mind you, this is 3:50, so there's a bunch of people leaving the resort. So there are like a significant number of cars on the road.
Our final shuffle involved kind of this redlining sprint to the base of the gondola.
We can see the train is turned on, the engine is on, the people are in line.
I kind of run up behind Nick and we're looking around and the lifts have closed. Like, too good to be true. You're right. How could this have worked out? I don't really know.
Fortunately, instead of having to pay them, one of the lifties turned and looked at us and said,
Oh yeah, you guys going Jane's side? And it did not register what he said. Nick, quick on his feet, said, yeah. Cut it down to the wire. It's currently 4:06. Got on the gondola. What, 4:02? Lied to someone. I was pretty sure for the last like 3.5, 4 hours we were not gonna make it.
the whole day I spent worrying about making this lift, and we made it. We were actually on the chairlift.
I feel lonely with every step that I take. I don't feel good and my body starts to shake. I fell in love with a girl I haven't seen her make.
So then we clicked out of our skis, ran to the train, and it was 4:25 at this point. Like, the train is boarded, everyone's loaded up. We ride the train, and it was just this surreal experience where there were these families and all these people like getting drunk on the train and whatnot.
Sunset, very picturesque.
And we're sitting there, and this woman at one point just vomits on the floor. All right, so we didn't get the wings in Winter Park, we're getting wings on the train. Wings and beer on the train. Turns out they only have like Doritos on the train.
And we arrive in Union Station. We grab our skis. Nick didn't bring other shoes.
And then we got to ride the FF1 from Union Station back to downtown Boulder. It's not really super practical to cross a giant mountain range and then ski in Winter Park.
But just start in your home and navigate these landscapes where some parts are new, but some parts are really familiar.
And sometimes the quirky ones are the most fun.
That's it. Boulder County Justice Center.
That was so cool. That was so cool. That road absolutely sucks, but that was pretty cool.
And then we got back to Boulder, and I never got my chicken wings.